Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Scratchy, and today we're going to be playing some Rampage Jungle. I got the Twitch chat and the YouTube chat hanging out with me, so we're doing this live, but I'm not going to pay too much attention to y'all. But we're going to talk about every decision that I'm trying to make this game, my thought process, what I'm looking towards, and yeah, just like what I'm trying to accomplish this game. So I did place a ward in the left side river, went back to base at like 101, 102. That's always like the timing that I try to use to get back to my actual camp, and we are going to kill the red side. Just for the sake of saying, because I figure why not? This could be in content. I have updated my smite keybind. Or my hunt keybind. I used to have it on just like the default one, and now I'm putting it on my mouse button, and I think that feels pretty good. So feels pretty good. We're gonna go for the cringe gank here, level 2. Try to muck him up if we can. We'll flash ahead of him. I was already kind of pulling away from there in that instance, so you can actually see I was literally hitting him and I was walking away from him down the lane because I wanted to go further up the lane. So if he flashed, I would flash ahead of him. So we keep those flash timers together, and now I'm going to instantly go for a invade here. Now the crunch jungle could go for an invade against me. That's fine. I can see the Morigesh coming my way, and I do have a rock and a smite. So my smite is now, or my hunt is now on my side mouse button, which I personally love. All right, we're gonna get that, and I'm gonna just try to run out of here. We're just gonna run out of here now. So we grabbed that real quick, and now we're out. Like I said, I might be getting vertical jungled myself, but I'm just gonna farm. I'll make my way over to that side of the jungle. Hopefully my duo can look over at that, but we'll see what they do. So we're gonna get my 5 camp, my 2 camp will probably go back to base and buy. Starting off on Rampage, I'm gonna be going Basilisk. This is like the start that has kind of just been like, I don't know who started doing this, but it's like a haste damage option item on Rampage that is really, really good. It gives him some solo agency. Ooh, I just put a point in my E on accident. I meant to put a point in my right click, but it's fine. It gives him some like solo carry agency, gives him the ability to shred some armor and do like AoE damage around him. Basilisk is really big because it gives him haste, so it's going to lower his cooldowns, you know, work on the ultimate. It's a good option. It's a good option. So I see Crunch at 22 farm. He most likely, he just died, which is good, but he most likely vertical jungled me because he does have 21 farm, so that means he probably verticaled something. So we're decently even, but he has a death and I don't, so that's good. We're gonna go back to base. We're gonna grab the Ruthless Broadsword, and we're gonna be looking to build the Basilisk. So let's go ahead and head back into jungle. I need to just farm for a little bit because I need to get my level 4 so I can put a point into my RMB. And for the sake of saying with Rampage, I personally don't know how everybody does it, but I really like to put like 2, maybe 3 points into his E, and then I just start slamming points into the Q. So usually, if the game is going well, I'm going to just start putting points in my Q, because I just want to have longer duration on my stun. And so, yeah, I just tend to grab a couple points in the E so I can clear, and then I start putting the points in the Q. So he did vertical jungle me a little bit, which is, you know, it's okay, but my biggest fear is that I'm not going to hit level 4, and that's just a mistake. So we're going to sweep a little bit. Maybe we can at least get a little bit of a pressure off the duo lane in terms of vision, and if not, I can actually soak here potentially. So I'm gonna rock. I get the rock. He should be able to hit the hook. He should be able to, okay, he does not hit the hook, so that is unfortunate, but I will walk away from that, and we're gonna look into his red side jungle, maybe check and see if he has any camps up. We're gonna sweep that out here in a second, get 0 value out of that for him. And we're going to look and see that his 2 camp is here. I do have a smite up, and I can see that the crunch is in the duo lane, or in the off lane, sorry. So crunch in the off lane means I get this camp for free. The 5 camp is also up, so I'm going to probably take that as well. So he'll probably vertical jungle me as well here. So that's what we're probably going to look to trade. He might vertical jungle me. Okay, I'm going to put a point in my RMB or my jump. What is that? What's it actually called? Pounce. Wow, it's actually called pounce. Okay, so I'm going to put a point in my pounce, and I'm going to go over to this 5 camp. Again, the crunch could be jungle stealing my 5 camp right now. I think that it's likely. If he saw me over here, he saw me on the gank. If he's a good jungler, he can kind of keep track of me. So it's likely that he's stealing this or that from me. And actually, look, he might not be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this farm, and then we are out of here. So save the exit. You always want to have an exit strategy, and he's at 37 farm, so he's a little ahead of me. That might be from a little bit of lane, but he's doing well. Crunch is very, very good in the early to mid game. I'm just gonna head back into my jungle. I'm gonna keep farming, so I'm gonna kind of go for this, probably go for my red buff, maybe look for a gank in the mid, maybe look for a gank in the off lane. And what you want to do is you want to be looking ahead of yourself. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna smite here, and I'm gonna start like looking at the lanes. Okay, well, Gideon's backing, so I don't have an immediate gank on mid, and looking at off lane, not bad. It's kind of even, maybe a little bit up the lane, so I might not have a gank there. So right now, looking at the field, I could maybe catch this mid wave if it's going to press in a tower, but I don't really want to show, so I'll just let Gideon pick that up, and I don't really have a gank in the off lane. What I could do is pinch toward the off lane because I might have a counter gank, which is like what I'm hoping to do because we just saw the Morgesh on field. So I'm going to try to finish this camp, and I'm going to try to see if I can run over there to help him with the Morgesh. So I'm going to ping it here. She's going to step in here, most likely. I throw the stun. And we catch her flash. So I know that her flash is going to be at 11:30. So get the flash, and now I'm right back to farming. So right back to farming. Duo lane's doing well. My red buff is up. I know that he's got timers on my blue, so he may just kind of keep vertical jungling me. I'm really just kind of working towards my 6 right now. Working toward my 6. I'm a little low, so I don't really have a gank. Again, duo lane, they're doing solid. So solid performance from the duo. And we're just going to focus on our 6, and then we'll go back to base, and we'll look to buy some items. Good kill in the mid. Nice roam from the offlaner. And we're just going to finish this camp, and then we are going to go back to base. Back to base. All right, Crunch in the mid. Let's take a look at it. 58 farm. He's pretty much doing the same thing as me. We've kind of just like been on field. We're literally farming. He's farming a little bit faster than me, and I kind of expect that from Crunch. And so he's level 6. I'm a little bit behind that. I'm going to go for some of my blue side jungle. As long as he doesn't have some crazy early to mid game impact, then we should be fine. He is running down my Gideon. Takes my Gideon's flash. That's fine. I don't think there's anything for me off of that. No, not really. If anything, I might have to cover a wave for the Gideon, but I think it should be fine. I think it's fine. I really want my level 6. I think it's important that I get it here. And I could potentially look for a gank if the Crunch sticks around. I have my ultimate. I don't know if the Richter just saw me. Okay, they definitely saw me. Okay, well look, I know that he's low. We'll sweep this out. We might look to invade that 2 camp. It's probably going to be gone by the time I get there. Okay, we're going to walk out. We're going to walk out. I don't want to get too hurt here. I might have to ult. Okay, no biggie. I take a little bit of damage off that. That's fine. Honestly, I'm Rampage, so I heal in the jungle, so I might just kind of pinch back in and look to see if I can find picks. They feel like they pushed me out. I'm going to sweep right here to see if there's any vision. Okay, so they see me here. They see me here. We'll look for the duo lane then. We're going to look for the duo lane. They have no vision of me. Okay, and here I am on the Crunch. We'll pull back. He feels like he has me. And we're ultimate popped. Insta rock. Beautiful. Beautiful kill. Beautiful kill. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for timers. I'm grabbing the timers on his jungle camps. I'm going to look at mid. Yep, we're going to look at the mid here. She's probably going to run out, so I'm running at an angle at her. You see how she's planning to get out? I'm going to run at an angle at her. That probably just leads me to my red side jungle. Okay. Found the Morgesh. Get a stun on her. Kind of body blocking her. We're standing in front of her, trying to get in her path. She's going to use her little dash thing there. Ooh, I think I catch her. Nice. The Gideon ended up tanking for me. And I live. Okay. Ooh, I had my flash. So if I had to, worst case scenario, I flashed there. I saw the Crunch on my back. I don't know how close he is. I flash this. My camera angle was not great. My camera angle was not great. So I'm glad I didn't just flash directly into the ground. But we flashed that in response. You have to listen to that sound cue on that. And Crunch is honestly farming his ass off this game, but that should be fine. I need to kind of get back into my jungle, not to let him get too far ahead of me, because I'm helping the field, but it's time for me to probably start getting a little bit greedy with some of my farm. 30 on my Wild Hunt. He doesn't have it yet. I actually think most of that's coming from lanes. I think he's just kind of showing up in lane because he doesn't have his Wild Hunt yet either, even though he's about 20-ish farm over me. So I'm going to probably focus on my Wild Hunt at this point. Like, we're in a nice driver's seat position, and we're feeling very strong. We've got the full Basilisk. We're working towards that Razorback that we're going to pick up this game, and then I'm going to be looking to go most likely into Double Tainted this game. Double Tainted is going to be good. It's a really nice like tank foundation set of stats, but specifically that's anti-healing against Crunch, it's anti-healing against the Sevarog, and then I'm going to be having that secondary passive on the I can't think of the name of the item. I'm gonna have the secondary passive on the magic armor tainted item, Tainted Bastion, to basically be giving me 10% mitigation for the majority of the game. So we're gonna look for a gank here on the mid. We're probably gonna pop our ultimate for it. Popping our ultimate and jumping in on the Morgesh. We get a nice little stun on her. She's gonna most likely run through me, so I want to hold my RMB, my pounce if I can, and we're gonna try to kill here. Okay, get the kill onto her. I've got a killing spree. I've got the Sev here. I can look to chase him out a little bit. Got a rock. Ooh, nice little juke there. So we'll just go ahead and run him out. And the crunch is like, I'm very strong right now, so everybody can just kind of pinch in on me. Very nice. Very nice. And do an instant jump. And I get asked this question so incredibly often, how you like instantly slam down with RMB on Rampage. You just auto attack. So if you're in the air while you're jumping, you just auto attack and you're gonna come down. So I'm gonna show you all that. First of all, I'm gonna use the remainder of this health just to farm up. Jump, auto attack, you come straight down. So that's a really important thing to do, so that way you're not just like overshooting your jump. Really, really important to know. Like I said, I put a couple points in my Rumble, I think it is. That's for jungle clear, and now I just really want to be like strong and do like good stuns and set up for my team. So I'm mostly putting points in my queue now. So my boulder is going to be stunning for longer duration, which is going to be very helpful. We're 13-3. I've got my red buff. I'm probably going to grab this, and I want to make a decision based on how the map is looking on an objective to go for, because I have my hunt. I know that I'm strong. I know that I'm ahead of the crunch, and depending on how this is about to play out in that duo lane might depend on where I decide to go. Okay, Richter down. Look like a lot of focus there. I'm probably going to go for a gank on the Sevarog. We're probably going to go for a gank on Sevarog, and then we're going to look for a potential mini prime. All right. All right, letting him kind of bop him around at the moment. All right, we're going downtown with it. No, nice job. Nice job. I didn't position well there. I kind of let him rope me around, just trying to get in close. Didn't want to give the Grux a 1v2 for too long, but not the best gank for me. So we'll look for a gank back on mid. What I'm looking to do is to create a window of time for an objective, though. That's what I'm looking to do. So right now, the reason why I'm ganking here is because I want to fuck their health bar up. You know what I mean? I'm trying to shove his health bar the fuck out of here, and then I'm gonna go for mini prime. So look at his health. Can he contest mini prime? No, he can't. You know why? Because he's dog shit compared to me. Just kidding. That's rude. But I am gonna go for this now. I'm gonna do what's called double smiting. So I'm gonna smite once. It's not a necessity. The reason why I'm doing this is because I'm not the fastest jungle clearer or like solo killing this objective, and I don't have priority out of offlane right now. The Sevarog is pushing my Grux out, so I'm kind of losing my window of time. I need to do this very quickly. So I'm just trying to throw everything I can at this to get it down to 1,000 HP before the crunch gets back, because the crunch could collapse on me and the Sevarog could collapse on me, and that'd be no fun. So we get that objective. We're going to be able to run out now. I do have a couple camps up on my red side. I'll probably take those, and since I don't have a smite up, I've got a minute before another smite comes up, and what I'm most likely going to look to do is to get back over to that left lane somehow and use the mini prime for something, and try to either influence and find a pick, try to get a tower down, try to get that Fangtooth down. So we get a camp done. I feel good about that. Let's go get some of these items that we're building towards the Tainted Guard, and then we're going to get back out on field, and I'll probably grab my blue buff to get my level 9 and then push towards some kind of goal, right? 10 seconds on my ultimate here in a second. I've got all of my buttons up in 10 seconds, so every single thing that I have up is coming up in 10 seconds. So let's get this blue buff. Let's try to make a play. So that's what I'm thinking here. We're very strong on this side of the map too, so that's really great. I'm still waiting on a hunt anyways, so we're just going to kite this out. I'm going to see what we can do. All right. Very good. Very good. Oh, I missed that. He pulled him in a little bit. That's fine. My carry might be dead. Nice. Okay, missed the rock there. A little bit scary. We do have a Fangtooth that's coming up. And actually, I might just push left, and then that'll give us time to get our carry back, because he is low health. So we're going to use the mini prime here. I think we can just go for this really quickly. As long as we have vision, we have Richter standing kind of zoning off, we can go for this. So... and then we could go for the Fangtooth. I'd say it's a little volatile since our carry is low, but I would like to pressure this. Okay, so Mini Prime has been secured. Mini Prime has been used to take a tower. We've gotten some kills, assists around the map, and now I'd really like to go for Fangtooth if possible. So we'll sweep out here. I do know that the Murdoch is probably going to base, so what we're probably going to do is look for a gank on the mid. I'll rotate with the Richter. I don't want to force things, right? Like, I don't have presence on map. My 2 damage dealers are not here. I'm just not feeling confident about that, so... I don't really have much here. Okay, thought she was going to step back. She did. She ended up stepping forward. Not concerned with that at all. Not concerned with that at all. And at this point, we just step away from the damage. I'll turn and flick and jump away just because I don't want to take any extra damage. I don't have to. We can go gank the Crunch. So I don't have my ultimate. I do have a rock. And the Crunch is taking some decent damage against the Murdoch. I want to flash this just in case. I don't know that he needs me. We get the stun off on that, and then we keep him alive. So I just didn't want to lose the Murdoch. I don't want to give the Crunch anything. I don't know that that was really worth the flash. It's debatable. I do want to go for this Fangtooth, though. I've been trying to set up a play for this Fangtooth for a bit. So I'm going to start it. I think that we have enough prio and enough of an opportunity to do this because of the fact that I have my ultimate, because of the fact that Murdoch is free pushing the left-hand lane, and because of the fact that the Crunch is down. So there's no hunt on field, right? It's just me. Now, I don't clear this very quickly, so the help is definitely nice. But we just want to get this finished, right? So we're pushing the game forward. I'll let Richter tank a little bit so I can heal some. Nice. Okay. First Fangtooth down, and I'm most likely just going to go back to base and start finishing an item. I got basically my full jungle up except for the blue buff. I wouldn't mind starting to be more aggressive and looking to invade more and more, so that way I can have some kind of an idea of what... you know, what their jungle timers are like, and I'm already setting up my shop for the Tainted Bastion. So this is what I was talking about. When you have a Tainted Guard and they're hitting you, they're going to be blighted, right? And that's going to reduce their anti-healing. When you have a Tainted Bastion, you have 5% damage mitigation, and it's doubled against blighted targets. So if you have auto attackers or physical damage dealers that are hitting you physically, they're going to be blighted, and that's going to give you 10% damage mitigation to them. If you have magic damage people that are hitting you, they're going to be blighted when you finish that item. That's going to give you 10% damage mitigation against them. So it's a really simple interaction. You cannot stack the anti-healing. That's not what I'm doing. I'm not stacking the anti-healing and making them take much less healing. I'm just doing like normal anti-healing with 2 different items. So there's like a layer of redundancy there, but I am getting that 10% mitigation, and it happens to particularly be good against what they're playing. Sevarog has got some self-healing that I want to deal with, and then Crunch has some self-healing that I want to deal with. So, all right, let's see if we can find some kind of an opportunity potentially here in the mid. I don't think anybody else is around, so they're looking to like invade off. I'm hoping that someone will catch my mid lane here. Okay, we jump away. Got some vision of them. Okay, I'll just catch this wave then. I mean, if we want to run into them. Okay, we got a flash. Oh my god. Okay, they're good. They're fine. They don't need me. I didn't really achieve anything, but it was so hot and cold here. So, okay. We could potentially run into this. If anything, I just want to push the mid tower down. Like, we want to start using our numbers to find opportunities. So, we want to push this down. I do have my ultimate. I don't have my flash, so something I have to keep in mind. But we have a pretty nice wave built up here, so we should be able to take this tower. And like I said, I do want to start pressuring their jungle. I think that that's going to be important. I do see Richter putting a little bit of pressure on them. Level 11 is going to be good for getting my ultimate. Now we can start looking in their jungle, right? Okay, see this ward here. Don't care about that. Got a stun on her. Step in front of her for the body block. Nice hook follow up on the Richter. Ooh, I might be dead here. I'm silenced. Got to stall for time. Throw a stun. Still stalling for time. No, I'm dead though. Okay, well hopefully they can kind of collapse in and win that fight. That's their whole team, so. I feel like we're just losing a little bit of steam because we're not grouping. So that's a little bit rough. Like if Grex gets into that fight, we're going to be chilling, but we'll keep building our components. And Murdoch is strong, so that's good. Not terrible. Not terrible. A little bit of trades. A little bit of trades. And they overstayed, so... Oh, he could have caught him. He could have literally queued through the wall there. That's fine. That's fine. No big deal. Nice. Hold on. Hold on. Does this lead to anything? Yes, it does. Nice. Yes, it does. Nice. Honestly, there's like an 18-second window where we could go for orb. If our carry comes from the duo lane, he might not have enough mana, but there is a small window where at least we can start setting up for it and like invading into their blue side jungle is what I kind of want to do. I think the carry is a little bit too late here. So what we have to do is like look for an attack on mid. We need to find a pick. We can look for an attack on right lane. We can go set out that right lane. So Gideon, right idea. He goes into their blue side jungle. I'm looking at my map and he sets that ward. I'm going to go set up this lane. So I'm hoping to just get this push. And if our carry bases and comes over to us, then we could potentially find the pick that we're looking for that's going to get this game moving forward and get us that opportunity to get the orb. So all right. I'm not too concerned with that. I don't even really want to fight this guy too much, but with Gideon here, we can just take him down. So this is going to end up turning into that pick that we want, right? Boop. All right, now we go for the orb. Now we should go for that orb. I'm going to double smite this. I'm actually going to pop my ultimate on it because we are a little bit low. Their carry's in the duo lane, but I just want to get the healing going anyways, regardless. We should be able to get this relatively easy. Should be relatively easy. All right, we get that. There is a Fangtooth coming up, and it's just a normal Fangtooth, but we can run our way over there. Orb Prime does have health regen in it, so we can go straight over to that Orb Prime, or with that Orb Prime, and heal up. I did have to use my ultimate. We can actually even run at the TB, potentially. We can run at the TB, potentially, because we don't want to give him too much. We have someone collapsing in on him from that duo lane. I'm going to play zone here. Boop. All right, cool. Now we go for Fangtooth. Nice. He overstayed. He overstayed a little bit, but he got the tier 2. I don't think it's terrible. This is not super consequential for them. And then we do have our Orb Prime for 160 seconds, so we're going to look to push after this. All right. Get the smite on that. Go catch out the mid wave with the Gideon. And we just push. We just push now. Splitting 2 waves is not too terrible. I don't think it's like a bad idea. I think splitting 3 waves it takes a lot more discipline to execute. But splitting 2 waves, you just want to kind of like be even with them across the board, right? And actually, we just saw this crunch, so might be an opportunity to bop on him a little bit. All right, we'll jump away a little bit, throw our rock out there. I missed the rock. Gideon goes down. That's unfortunate. We did get kind of collapsed on. We don't have our Grux here in this fight, so I think he's probably dead too. I think she's gonna kill me here if I don't flash away. I don't want to give her too much damage because then she just ults me. We'll see what our carry can accomplish because they're definitely gonna collapse in on him. Let's see if I can help. See if I can help. All right, well, he's not gonna stay alive. I feel like we just played that a little too loose. Like Grux is in the off lane. Like I said, I think splitting 3 lanes is a little bit harder. What I'm gonna try to do is like exit Steel Jungle. They may run after me. Yeah, they're gonna run after me, so they're not gonna let me do it. So that's what I would try to do there, is Steel Jungle on the exit if I can. If not, we're just going to run back into my side jungle. I do have my full item finished, so something I need to go back to the base to actually work on. And otherwise, we're just going to farm up and wait for like the next set of objectives. This game's going in our favor. We probably could have ended there if we just like hit like 1 or 2 lanes, but it's fine. It's fine. Just keep doing what we're doing. At this point, I need to start like planning my next item. Who's doing well on their team? You know, it's like it's even damage, kind of like it doesn't really matter. I could probably build a damage item if I wanted to, but I think I'm like mostly our main tank, so I probably won't do that. I think I might build, let's check, see how much armor they have. They have like a reasonable amount of armor. I think I'm gonna build like a Citadel this game. It's like a bit of damage, bit of pen that I could bring those numbers down a little bit. So yeah, I'm probably gonna build this into a Citadel. I'm not feeling the pressure that I need Stonewall. I don't really feel like I need it, so I'm going to go a little bit more aggressive with the Citadel, which probably is not the right case. Citadel would, I think it helps us though. I don't know. You could go like more tanky and like super tanky and get Stonewall, and that's going to help you when the crunch is on you, and you know, if the Richter's on you and it stuns them off you and stuff, and then you're going to have the mitigation from the physical damage. But I don't know. I'm feeling the Citadel. Feeling the Citadel this game. All right, so what we don't want to do, because there's no objectives up, is we don't want to be too aggressive here. So we want to keep our lane shoved. We want to look to Steel Jungle. We want to keep timers on them, but we don't want to get unintentionally caught into like a 5v3. So we catch the crunch here. A little overzealous on his part, and I'm just trying to see if I can hold the entrance without getting hooked into a unfavorable position. What the hell? Mother of God, it's Jason Bourne. That crunch was out of there, bro. Did y'all see that? All right, well, Jason Bourne just dipped. Like, he just took off. Like, I don't know what to say. He flashed toward the flower and dipped out. So we'll keep the pressure here. The crunch is going to have to base, like, in the back line somewhere. We'll keep the pressure here, but I really don't even like pushing up this much because it just feels so volatile. So, personally, I'm going to probably call a retreat. I don't really think we should be here. If anything, we can, like, zone and play for picks. We can play off their fog walls. We can play off their entrances. But if we lose someone, then we're going to potentially lose an objective. So, right now, I'm looking to play for this red. Like, I might ping this. Like, I want to play for the red. And that's probably the best I can do. So we see their ward, we can clear that. I'm just looking to play for the red buff. All right, steal some of that farm. Red buff stolen. If I can look for a stun here, get a stun on the Morigesh, I can kind of run in towards them, or at least pinch in. So that's 1 for 1. I'm silenced. We gotta pop everything here, dude. We gotta pop everything. Throw a stun. Hopefully the team can get some good damage in. Our carry's down, though, so that's not good. We just need to back up. We've taken the fight win. We need to back up. Not great. Not great. All right, with the Twin Blast up, it's just tough. It's tough because if he steps in, it's going to be tough. So Richter can run him down. I think that's really good. We'll get a stun here, and we should be able to take him down. Nice. With Grux pushing it, he's dead. Oh, dude, we're just trading too much. We don't really need to be trading like this. We actually don't really need to be fighting them much at all. This feels like a very throwable game. This feels like a very, very throwable game. We do have Fangtooth is up. Fang 3 is probably pretty big. Usually at this stage of the game, I would say that it's like a primal Fang. So if we can get out here and just like rip this really quickly, that would be nice. They don't have their jungler just yet, so I'm going to just go ahead and start it and see if we can do it. I don't have my ultimate, but I do have a hunt. But we want to try to get this off field as much as possible. The lanes are a little against them, so we have a kind of a tiny window where this is for free. They don't have their Sev. We don't have our Grux. So if we can just like rip this really quickly, we might even have like a nice turn fight, but this is going to be 8% stats. So if I'm looking at my stats, they're about to go up 8%. So nice stun on the crunch real quick. See if I can help peel off of him. I'm going to dive their back line. Just try to keep the Morigesh out of the fight best I can. Now that I see their Twin Blast, I'm going to turn and look to fight on the Richter. I'm going to pop my ultimate, pop my Razorback, and see if I can chase out the Morigesh here. I know that she's in this pocket here. If she has any kind of a flash or anything, get an insta-rock on him. Now we have 3 picks. We can go for Orb Prime. All right, we can go for the Orb Prime. We need all of us though, because we don't have our carry. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break the little blast cone flower thingy. This is like a volatile take because we have Grux. What's the Grux build like? Ugh, it's tanky. I don't know that we do this. I don't think that we do this. Not without our carry. I don't think we do this. I think we just go back and farm. I don't think that we do this without our carry. It's a little too volatile in my opinion. So we'll probably just farm. Oh. All right, friends, thank you so much for watching. Drop a like on the video, subscribe for future predecessor content. Just a little bit of a look into my mind and my decision making. Hopefully you learned something. Ask some questions, comment down below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I think still like 70% of people that watch the videos are not subscribed. As always, be sure to be kind of one another. Tell someone you love them, and I'll see you on the next video.